Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgmo. Welcome to a transfer news show which is we haven't done for a while because the January transfer window has been dead until today. A BOMBA from David Orenstein saying Kvaratskhelia is available on the market. Liverpool or Chelsea are the only English clubs in for him. We have no idea why Arsenal aren't interested in him. They are interested in Mbuemo, and it looks like it's a summer transfer window. Why aren't Arteta going for Kvaratskhelia? They don't have a sporting director, but I'm sure they can absolutely go in for him. They can try at least to bid for Kvaratskhelia to show some ambition. Guehi is actually Chelsea are up in the bid for him. They are trying to offload some players to get him. Of course, Kvaratskhelia is linked to PSG. I'm not sure if he's going to end up in France. Is it good for him? We'll talk about where does he fit. Is it Chelsea? Is it Liverpool as well? There are rumors as well about Arsenal being in the transfer window for another defender. There is the Marmoush to Manchester City, which is me and Mike were talking before, actually, we did the show about, is it a good move for Marmoush to join City? Does he fit Manchester City? Why are Manchester City in for another forward that plays a second striker where they don't have a system with a second striker? Julian Alvarez struggled to get a starting place as a striker, so why would it be different for Omar Marmoush? That is the talk. So, of course, Michael is here with me. He hasn't been here for a while, but his channel is in the description. The guy is doing amazing and a fantastic job for his channel as well. Very knowledgeable, as you guys like and to see here on the channel. Different kind of show here. We'll talk a little bit of a logic about where does it fit. Where do we start? I actually, listen, we just started the show and there's 200 people here, right, guys? Listen to Luke Skywalker with the first super chat. Hit that like button on the way, people. Let's get to 100 likes right off the bat. So hit that like. If you're watching this now, like the video. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure to like the video before you go on and enjoy the show. And let us know in the comments after the show, what did you guys think? What do you think? Where do you think Kvaratskhelia fit? Is it Liverpool? Is it Chelsea? Is it better for him to go to a ready-made team like Liverpool or a team that is up and coming like Chelsea as well? And let us know why Arsenal aren't active in the market as well. Mina here is saying Salah need to be here. Best player who hated club. I'm actually texted Salah if he can join us as well. Mohamed Salah, of course, Michael knows Mohamed Salah. I texted Salah if he can be here to talk about his beloved player. He's adamant that Kvaratskhelia is not moving. Of course, HM. Chelsea are up and coming. They aren't ready-made yet. What are you talking about? Chelsea are up and coming team. Absolutely. You have a lot of young players. You have a young manager. You have a not ready manager. So that's what we're talking about. I want to start actually with Mike here, and I want to hear what you guys think in the chat about Marmoush. I want you to tell the people, Mike. First, how are you doing? How's everything?
Good,
Is it cold?
good.
Cold where you are?
No, I moved to Spain now, Mo, so I'm very warm nowadays. Very, very warm.
You work from home now?
Yep, work from home, so I'm enjoying life.
Yeah, absolutely. Where in Spain?
Barcelona.
Voila! Oh la la. Fantastic.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant. The studio's there behind you. Great work. Great place. I'm looking maybe to move to Spain, but south to Spain next to Liga soon a bit.
It's very warm there.
It is very warm, and I like the warm weather there. It's fantastic summer, and the winter is very, very warm.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Marmoush. Let's talk about Omar Marmoush. Why did you say, like you explained it very well to me. I wanted to explain to the people in the chat. Why don't you think it's a right move for the guy and for City? You said it's bad for both.
Okay, so for Marmoush, why would you make this move? You're not guaranteed to start. He doesn't play on the left side. He mainly plays as a striker, or he can play on the right wing. So if you're Marmoush, but I think this is just pretty much the agent just saying, go get the money and enjoy your life. And I think that's a fair thing for Marmoush. Like, this is a golden opportunity to go to a big club like Manchester City, go to a league like the Premier League where all the eyeballs will be on you. Same as Salah when he went to the Premier League from obviously AS Roma. But for Omar Marmoush, if people have not watched this player, he plays in a two-striker formation with him and Ekitike, with Top Moller, the manager, and they just feed off each other. And Marmoush has all of the freedom in the world to move wherever he wants, on the left side, to the right side, down the middle. And if you look at majority of his goals, most of them are on the right side of the box, and he shoots bottom left corner. That's Marmoush in a nutshell. So do I think this is the right move to make for Marmoush personally? No, I don't think so. I think he should be going to Arsenal. But if Arsenal had some ambition, that would be actually the perfect club for Marmoush. For Manchester City, if you want squad depth, I think it's a good option. But you already have Grealish, you have Doku. Obviously, you don't really have a backup striker. So if Haaland isn't working out, could you go with a Marmoush then? And Man City don't really play with a two-striker formation. I just think for Marmoush, for his career, where he's trying to go to, and if you look at the transfer history for Eintracht Frankfurt, Kolo Muani, PSG, 90 million, didn't work out. Luka Jovic goes to Real Madrid for 60 million, didn't go work out. Sebastian Haller goes for, I think, 55 or 50 million to West Ham, didn't work out. So any player who goes from Eintracht Frankfurt as a striker goes to their next club, usually flops. And I'm going to feel like it's going to be the same thing for Marmoush if he does go to Manchester City. But this is a golden opportunity for him that he cannot deny. And for Man City, I guess it's just squad depth, in my opinion.
You explained it very well. And the people in the chat that don't know, the problem with a lot of us, I'm going to call myself a Premier League fan, and you watch more leagues. I think Michael explained to me, and I went and I checked the data, and it actually backs his point very well. Eintracht Frankfurt are the 8th team in terms of position in the Bundesliga. They average about 49%. So they are a team that play in transition. They are a team that goes for a transition-based football. Man City are the highest team in position in world football. They are a team that likes to smother the opposition. They don't play transition-based football. They play on the front foot. They don't have spaces to work. This is why Haaland turned into a box striker from playing at Dortmund, which is a team that played transition-based football. Marmoush is similar. Yes, we watch the clips. We watch the turns and the twists and all the spaces and the running towards goal. You don't have that at Man City. You just don't. You have very tight spaces. So me as an Egyptian, I would like to see Marmoush play for City, Liverpool, Arsenal, because I watch the Premier League more than anyone. Would he have that space at Man City? That is the question that Man City fans need to. Is this a risk? And also now it is reported that it is going to be a 50-something million pound move for Marmoush. It's a 55 million pound for a player that played transition-based football on the counter-attack. Is he going to go to City and be a retention ball player, a player that play in a system? He doesn't play in that system in Eintracht Frankfurt. Because I went and I checked, as you said, they aren't a team that play position-based football. They aren't a Bayern Munich. They aren't a Leverkusen team that have the ball all the time, that play on the front foot. Why is he moving? Has someone told him that City are a team that play on the front foot? You won't have that spaces to dribble, to move. That is what I mean. Like, I know that people say, like AJ is saying, will he be the guy to unlock teams? That is a very good question. But if you play, and explained this before in a lot of players. A player that play in a transition-based system, you might see a completely different player when you don't have the spaces to work, when you don't have 40 yards to run, when you don't have a one-on-one defender to beat. And that is maybe Omar Marmoush. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think he can play on the front three, any position, but obviously his preferred position would be this striker. I think he'll just become a Julian Alvarez for Manchester City. Deputize for a couple games, start a couple games, and then just be an impact sub. Which, okay, for Manchester City, I think it's really good. But what do Man City need right now? They need midfielders. That's what they need. They need a starting center back to go into the starting 11 and bring some quality to the defense. That's what I think Man City need. Do they need a backup striker? Sure, yeah. But Marmoush, I think personally, you need to just keep playing. This guy, Mo, he went for a free transfer to Eintracht Frankfurt 2 seasons ago. Free transfer. And now he's going to Manchester City for 50 million. I mean, he's had a crazy rise. And I think the history with Frankfurt and their strikers, that kind of scares me a lot when it comes to this transfer to Manchester City. Well, who knows? Pep Guardiola is a genius, so let's see what happens.
Sani worked. Why can't he? I don't think we're saying that it can't work. No, but the reality is, it can work. He's a very talented player. He's a very talented footballer. The question would be, if you're going to go for a player, wouldn't you go for a player that fits your system first before you go for someone who has to be embedded in the team, who has to learn how to play in a position-based football, who has to do that? I don't know. Like, if I'm looking at this, it's a lot of money to be paid for a player that has to change the way he plays completely to play for a team like Man City. I think people think that 50 million is not a lot of money, but in this market, 50 million is money that you get.
Mo, just personally for you as an Egyptian, do you think this is a good move for him for his career?
100%. 100%. If Pep is staying 2 years, I would, if nobody else is in for him, 100%. I think he would suit Liverpool more because of Salah is there, because he will be easy to play as a false nine. As a striker, yes, but you have the wingers that score goals. City relies so much on Erling Haaland, which is one of the things that I wanted to ask Man City fans in the chat, if people are here. You rely so much on Haaland to score. Everyone caters to Erling Haaland. Omar Marmoush is not that guy. Is he going to turn into a creator? Is he going to turn into someone that will cater for Erling Haaland to score? Or do you want to spread the goals? You won the treble having Erling Haaland score 50 goals in that season. You cater to Haaland and you won the treble. Are you going to change back to having your winger go on and try to score goals? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But in terms of being coached under Pep Guardiola, I hope for every Egyptian to be coached under Pep Guardiola. The guy's a genius.
Of course.
That will benefit the national team. You know what I mean? Like having someone like Omar Marmoush play for Pep Guardiola and play with Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, Rodri when he comes back, all these guys. Kevin De Bruyne, if he stays, I think I would be behind the move. I would absolutely cheer for him. I wish him all the success. I don't hate Man City like people think I hate Man City. I don't. They're just dominant, and that's why I want to change. But for him to be coached under Pep Guardiola, it's fun. Like same as Muhammad. Look at Mohamed Salah under Jurgen Klopp. He flourished. So I would like Marmoush to be coached under Pep Guardiola. That is my. If you ask me as an Egyptian, of course.
I think his perfect club would be Arsenal, if I'm going to be honest. I think he would really flourish in Arsenal. Yeah, I know they do create chances, and I think he would flourish much better than what Jesus and Havertz are doing. So I think Marmoush
isn't he similar to Gabriel Jesus? Not a number 9. I can play as a false 9, come from deep. Yeah, kind of false 9.
Kind of
false
false 9.
The same?
But I think he would be more clinical than Jesus and Havertz. That's for sure. I mean, come on, look at what Marmoush is doing. And I don't want anybody to say Bundesliga tax. Haaland was doing it in the Bundesliga. Kevin De Bruyne was doing it in the Bundesliga. They were cooking there. They go to the Premier League and still are elites. But if people have not watched Marmoush, he might be the best free kick taker in Europe right now. He's unbelievable on set pieces. Unbelievable. Look at his goals against Stuttgart. Ridiculous goals. So, yeah, you're going to be entertained if you're Man City fans. So hopefully for Egyptians it works out, and I really hope it works out for Marmoush.
I really hope it works out for him. Guys, there's over 300 people here. Can we get the likes to 200? Hit that like button, people. Kvaratskhelia, though. I wanted to ask you, before we go on to Liverpool or Chelsea, why aren't Arsenal in for him? And do you think he suit Arsenal? Bro.
Do you think Arsenal are going to pay 90 million for him? Come on.
He's not gonna be 90 million.
Yeah, he's going to be. Do you know who you're dealing with? You're dealing with De Laurentiis. This is no, oh, you can just go to Dortmund and give them 60 million. You're going to have it. This is De Laurentiis, probably the worst negotiator in all of Europe. Napoli are going to command minimum 85 million. The initial reports are 80 million or something like that. Napoli are going to want 90 million. They rejected
90 million euros is 75 million pounds. 90 million euros, not 90 million pounds.
Obviously I'm talking in euros, people.
Yeah, I know you're talking in euros. The reports that I think someone reported it will be between 80 and 90 million euros. That's not a lot of money, though, for English clubs to get a player like him.
But you have to think Arsenal spent how much in the summer? They spent money on Marino. They spent money on Calafiori. They made the Raya signing permanent. So that's, I think, 70 million or 80 million right there. Do they have the sort of money to go spend then money on Kvaratskhelia? I don't think so. Obviously, for Arsenal...
I think they do. They were going for Cisco for 55 million pounds. He just chose to stay. They were already having the money to pay for Cisco. Already.
So then do you think it's the situation with Edu leaving that they don't really have a clear structure in the background to really plan their scouting?
I had the title different. I had the title Arsenal. I read it wrong. I think what I read is that Arsenal are in for him. And then I went and I read more and Arsenal aren't in for him. And the reason why Arsenal are in for him, and hear me out, are Arsenal identified already the type of player they want. And it's not a Kvaratskhelia player. And I don't understand it. Why doesn't Kvaratskhelia suit Arsenal? That, by the way, I went and I read couple of articles about why Arsenal aren't in for the guy. It's because they identified a different profile. And I'm like, he's very similar to Nico Williams. It's not better. Are you mad? Are they mad? Are they crazy?
I have to be honest with Arsenal fans. If you're going to say Nico Williams is better than Kvara, what do you want from your left winger? You need goals. Nico Williams, I watch him almost a lot with Athletic Club. He's a very good player, very dynamic, can go forward, can beat a man. His decision-making is not good enough. His goal-scoring output is still not good enough. He's got a lot of talent, but he's not there. Kvara, I think, is the ready product and can make a significant improvement to Arsenal. If Arsenal could sign somebody like Kvaratskhelia, they could dream of the title then. They 100% can. But if they're just going to go cheap and go for maybe a cheap option out there in Europe, I don't think Arsenal fans will be happy about it. But where will Kvara go? If I'm going to be honest, Mo, I think he's going to PSG. He's going to PSG.
Yeah, that's dead move for him, to be honest. A dead move.
Of course it's a dead move, but PSG have the money. They have good relationship with Napoli because of Cavani and other players that have gone to PSG before. I think he's just going to go to PSG.
Why would he choose PSG? Why would he choose PSG? Him? Forget the money. Why would he choose PSG? I think the Premier League players at Chelsea or Liverpool, let's talk from a Premier League perspective. Where would he fit? A Liverpool or Chelsea more?
Well, I mean...
Remember, Liverpool have Gakpo. Yeah, but where would he fit more from your... I know you're one of the people that can remove your fan hat and be objective. Yeah. Liverpool have Gakpo, have Diaz. I know Kvaratskhelia is not a
Chelsea have Felix, Modric, Sancho on the left wing. Obviously, Modric is banned now, but they have options on the left wing. Yeah, obviously. So they both have options on the left wing. And I think for Liverpool, they're probably thinking to themselves, all right, let's move Diaz to the false nine and bring Kvara in as an immediate starter and get the impact. I think that's what they're thinking here. And maybe trying to get rid of Nunes. I think that's what Liverpool... I think Liverpool are just seeing an opportunity that this guy is so good, you cannot pass it up. And you know Mo, and you've seen Kvara. The guy is unbelievable. Yeah, he doesn't have the goals this season or the assists compared. He's under Conte. Conte is not going to play attacking.
Where does he play under Conte? He's playing the third forward, the left wing. They play. Conte changed a little bit. That's what people don't understand. This is how good Kvaratskhelia is. Conte changed the 3-5-2 to 3-4-3 because of Kvaratskhelia, because to play Kvaratskhelia on the left side. That's how good the guy is. I know that he hasn't had
Lukaku, who's been terrible this season. Lukaku's been terrible. He might have goals, but Lukaku's not been good with his link-up play. Him and Osimhen were just such a perfect combo with each other.
What did Fabrizio say? People say Fabrizio Bomba. Napoli formal request for Kvaratskhelia means around 80 million euros package. That is nothing for the Premier League. That is nothing for the Premier League clubs. That is what, 65, 67 million pounds? What? Bro, Mark Guehi is 70 million pounds. Mbuemo is 60 million pounds. Mbuemo, with all due respect.
That's crazy.
80 million euros. Let me check it out. Let me confirm. 80 euros.
Would Kvara start for every Premier League team?
Bar none.
Yep.
Bar
So there you go,
none.
people.
And I'm saying it, bar none. 60, it's literally 67 million pounds exactly.
Yeah.
That's nothing, bro. Oh my God, here we go. Luke is saying Mbuemo is prem proven, bro. Oh my God.
Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Help me. Help me, please.
Bro, I'm telling Arsenal fans, if I'm an Arsenal fans, I'm fuming. Liverpool don't need Kvaratskhelia. They have Gakpo and Diaz now. Okay, they don't need him. Marmoush is going to City, so they have Marmoush and Doc. Arsenal have Martinelli, and Trossard is not even in the picture. If Arsenal cannot afford 67, if Arsenal, and I'm saying it here, on Footy Judgment, if Arsenal don't go in with 70 million pounds, they are not an ambitious team. These owners are not ambitious. Find a way to generate, and by the way, for the people that say Arsenal don't have money, right? You sold Nketiah for 25 or 30 million pounds. You sold Reece Nelson for 35 million pounds, right? You're about to still give you Smith Rowe. I'm sorry, you sold Smith Rowe. Fabio Vieira's on loan. You can sell him, right? You offload Reece Nelson. You can sell him next summer. The funds are there. 70. Go now to De Laurentiis and tell him 70 million pounds, De Laurentiis. And by the way, Fabrizio, you know what Fabrizio tweeted? It's a package. You know what? Like, you can have bonuses.
Yeah.
Arsenal Football Club need to be more ambitious than this. And tomorrow we're going to have Dan Potts on the channel. And I'm going to talk about should Arsenal wait for Isak in the summer or act now. This is it. This is your sign. Act today.
They're not going to get Isak this winter. There's no way. There's no chance they can sign him.
No, I'm talking in the summer. Should they wait in the summer and try for Isak? Imagine if Newcastle finish in the Champions League. Isak will be 150 million pounds easily.
Easily. Yeah, easily. So they might go then for somebody like Gyökeres maybe in the summer, because Gyökeres is not going to leave in the January transfer window. But I'm really intrigued now because Kvara was a name I wasn't thinking of myself. Oh my God, he's going to move on. People, I don't think you understand. Napoli are in first place in Serie A. I don't know what Napoli are doing, by the way. They're trying to self-sabotage their own season. So the fact that now he's available and now everybody's trying to go after him, you can just see what sort of player Kvara is if PSG are going after him, Chelsea are going after him, and Liverpool are going after him. Arsenal, you got to get involved, but I just don't think Arsenal are going to be involved. So where would he best be suited? Obviously, I would love to see him at Liverpool. Would he work at Chelsea? Would he be an instant starter at Chelsea? 100%. Would he be an instant starter at Liverpool? 100%. Obviously, I'm going to be selfish because I've been following Kvara since 2021. I think the guy is insane. His time at Rubin Kazan to Dinamo, I can't remember the Jordan club's name, Batumi, I think it's called, in Georgia. He has just been such an elite player. Goes his first season to Napoli, wins the Scudetto for the first time in 30-something years. So this is a player where you want to get him. You need to sign. He is that sort of player who can take you to the next level if you're any club in this league, in the Premier League. So
Kvara moved to Liverpool tomorrow. Liverpool at least guaranteed the Champions League or the Premier League. Guaranteed.
Sounds good to me.
6 points ahead, top of the Champions League. Kvaratskhelia adds to the left side. Gakpo can play up top. It's absolutely nuts that Liverpool can go. I actually don't understand why Arsenal aren't in for him. We'll talk about Mbuemo in a bit. About Chelsea, though, let me do this super chat first before it. By the way, Napoli want Chiesa. Bro, Chiesa is 5 million pounds. Napoli want Chiesa. That's just a signing on the side. Go ahead, play for Antonio Conte, and maybe he's gonna try to work hard under Antonio Conte. I don't think Napoli would offload someone like Kvaratskhelia and get Antonio Conte, someone like Chiesa, so Antonio Conte will fuck off in the summer right away. He's gonna take the rent to
I think Conte is just gonna self-sabotage Napoli. Did you see who they signed today? The billing from Bournemouth.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know that. Philip Billing.
Yeah, from Bournemouth.
I don't think it's that bad. I like Philip Billing. Billing.
He's okay. He's okay. He's just trying to go for all ex-Premier League players is what Conte is trying to do. But yeah, it would be interesting to see where Kvara goes.
He wants power. Philip Billing provides power and physicality in the middle. And that's why McTominay provides that, because, I know Lobotka is not very strong. I love Lobotka. Billy Gilmour is not very strong, so he wants to have the two guys around him to be very strong. You're having Guisa, who's freakish in terms of strength. Yeah, he's a freak in terms of strength. And Antonio Conte can work with anyone. That's all what Antonio Conte will do, to be honest. He worked Barella like a horse in that middle with Inter, to be honest. About Chelsea, though, do you think he would suit a Chelsea style of play? Do you think he'd be a starter right away ahead of Sancho?
Yeah, I think he would start ahead of Sancho, even though Sancho, I really rate Sancho. I haven't seen all the Chelsea games, so I can't say if they're struggling mightily against like low blocks. You can tell me better, Mo, because you watch almost all Chelsea games. But Kvara,
They're very up and down. That's a
very
difference.
up and down. Yeah, because
Very
I
up
did
and
watch
down.
I watched the Fulham game, and I thought to myself, okay, they're good for the first 60 minutes, and then they kind of struggled the last 30 minutes where they couldn't get the goal. Right? Whether it was Jackson not getting the goal, can Kvara then bring that sort of magic, that individual flair, kind of like a Cole Palmer, where you can just create a goal out of nothing? Kvara can bring that. Do they get that from the right side from Chelsea with Neto or Madueke? Not so much. So maybe Kvara then the left. Maybe I don't think Sancho will play down the right wing. So is a winger what they need? Not so much, if I'm going to be honest, for Chelsea. They need a center back and they need a proven striker. That's what Chelsea need. Jackson is good, provides you the goals, hit and miss. You need a guy who can get you every single game almost a goal. Somebody like an Osimhen, I think somebody like Marmoush would actually fit really well at Chelsea because he doesn't need a lot of chances. He needs one or two chances, boom. I saw with Jackson a couple of games with the Fulham especially, missing chances. Crystal Palace, missing chances. So would Kvara make sense at Chelsea? Why not? But you know Chelsea's policy. They're not going to give huge wages. What sort of wages is Kvara's people going to demand for? They're going to demand 150K. I think right now he's on 30K at Napoli.
He's on 30K, so 150K to 200K will definitely be lucrative for him.
Yeah.
100 people think that he's going to come in and demand 300K. No, he won't. He's 30K. 150K will, especially if Chelsea offer him a 5-6 year contract for 150K, he's definitely going to go to Chelsea. He's definitely going to go secure his future, secure his family's future. That's a lot of money for the guy to be. And by the way, people don't realize Kvaratskhelia is a kid. He's Sancho's
23.
age. He's even younger than Sancho. Sancho's 24. He's younger. So Chelsea, I think he suits Chelsea very, very well, to be honest.
Yep.
I think
they need more
Sancho,
goal scoring. They need more goal scoring options up front.
And also the wingers, because Neto's not providing goals. Sancho is scared to shoot. Kvaratskhelia is not that guy. Kvaratskhelia is someone who would, with the smallest sight of goal, he would shoot. He would try to get you the goal. That is what he does. I think he's so different than what they have. They have very creative winger in Sancho. Madueke is the more direct one. Neto is more of a run and cross. Kvaratskhelia, without a shadow of a doubt, for me, if he goes to Chelsea, makes them much, much stronger than what they are now. But do they need Kvaratskhelia? Probably not. But I think it would help Jackson. Don't you think it would help Jackson a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit. I think it would help Jackson and Palmer because he would a little bit relieve, offload the pressure off their shoulders about scoring goals.
And I think also people should look at the history with Kvara and a striker. They work perfectly together. Him and Osimhen. Like Osimhen, for me, is not technically better than Jackson. I think Jackson really is good with the hold-up play, can link up play. Osimhen wasn't the best at that, but still, him and Osimhen were such a fantastic combo. I think if you give Kvara with Cole Palmer and also an Jackson, that's a really scary front three. And obviously, whoever's on the right side, whether it's Madueke or Neto. So yeah, I think Kvara makes sense for any team. Come on, let's be honest here, Mo. Kvara makes sense for any team, and it's just now a matter of which team he goes to. But in all honesty, I still think he's going to PSG.
What do you think? Would you say? And guys, before we go on, there's over 500 people here. Also, Mike's channel is in the description. Let's get to 300 likes live, guys. Hit that like button underneath your live chat, guys. Hit that like button. Help the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm just shameless plug. I'm literally 10 subscribers away from 28,900. So hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, guys. Let's get to 200 likes first, and then we go for the 300 likes. Would you say that Liverpool are the team that least need a Kvaratskhelia? They need a striker more to change, to have different option from Nunes?
I mean, I'm greedy and selfish, so I want Kvara all day, every day. but if I'm going to be honest, Liverpool should be going for a center back. I don't know why we're going in for Kvara. I think Liverpool just see an opportunity to buy a player who can get to that world class level. Whereas Gakpo, I think he's at the level he's at, and I don't think he's going to peak even more. Diaz, I think Diaz is 27, 28. He's going to get older, and I think they want to offload him in the summer possibly. So they're looking at fantastic, kind of like Gakpo. Gakpo wasn't necessary at the time when Liverpool signed him, and it's turned out to be a decent buy, in my opinion, for the money we spent. I still think I would take Kvara all day, every day. I know we don't need him personally. We need more cover in defense and midfield. But if you cannot deny an opportunity to buy such a sensational player like Kvaratskhelia. He can be the difference maker in winning the league.
Really, Kvara is better than any winger we have. That guy is a Chelsea fan. Clears, yeah, he's better than all the Chelsea wingers without a shadow of a doubt. Better than all of them. I wanted to touch on another player to Liverpool, which is Kimmich. Today, there was rumors about Kimmich going on free to Liverpool this in the summer. I like Kimmich a lot. I'm someone who admires Joshua Kimmich. I actually think that transfer makes a lot of sense for Liverpool. 29 years old, free transfer in the summer. Will give Gravenberch a little bit of rest in the middle. He can play right back as well, which is, it makes a lot of sense with Trent going to Real Madrid if he goes. I think that makes a lot of sense. Or do you think Liverpool should go for someone younger?
To be honest, Mo, I don't think Kimmich is coming. Do you know how much he wants? Weekly salary? Almost 350,000 a week. There is no way they're going to pay that.
For free transfer is fine.
Yeah, for free transfer for
But that's 350k euros. That is different than pounds.
But it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot, considering that they can't get the deals done for VVD, Salah, and Trent. Do you think they're going to try and get... Kimmich is a wonderful player. I think he's been unbelievable this season with Bayern Munich and Vincent Kompany, but I don't think Liverpool are going to sign Kimmich. Would I take him? Yeah, I would take him. I would take Kimmich, put him in a double pivot with Gravenberch, and maybe push McAllister, or what do you then do with McAllister in that situation? More bodies in the midfield. Personally, I would go for someone like a Steeler from Stuttgart. I think that would fit better into what Arne Slot is trying to build. But you cannot deny a Kimmich sort of player. But I just don't think he's going to leave Bayern Munich. I think he's going to be loyal to that club. Either that, or he goes to Barcelona. Those are the two clubs I see.
I don't see him going to Barcelona, to be honest. Barcelona don't have the money to pay that much wage. I think Liverpool at least have the money. My counter to what you say is that they already offered Trent that much money. Already offered him a 5-year contract. So I'm seeing, okay, Trent goes, we get Kimmich. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. I think Kimmich makes sense for Liverpool, to be honest.
And Liverpool and Bayern Munich have a decent history with transfers as well. Thiago, Gravenberch, but obviously it will be a free transfer, so it wouldn't matter. I just think Liverpool, they just got too many eggs in the basket, and they don't know which one to go for. I think Kimmich is just more paper talk, in my opinion.
But he has to go somewhere. Like, it's either he signs a new contract now or he goes somewhere. Like, it has to be. You think it's a Barcelona link? The Hansi Flick, Barcelona.
I think then they're going to try and get rid of Frankie de Jong, who's on like 750k a week. I think they're going to try and get rid of him and then bring in Kimmich, because obviously he has the relationship with Hansi Flick before.
Yeah, maybe. But the Liverpool have to get a DM. And I think Liverpool have to get an experienced DM, especially with how Gravenberch is playing. Like, I would get a DM. Actually, I think Kimmich is the sort of player that suits Liverpool to the T. A right back that Conor Bradley can develop on, especially if Trent is going. He can rest Gravenberch in the DM role. Gravenberch can learn from him to play the DM role. He's 29 years old. He has a lot of experience. And I think that kind of... it will actually make two signings in one. A right back and a DM. Two signings in one. And I think that's maybe that's how Liverpool should think. That is just my opinion. This is how Liverpool should think. If it was not the money, I think they should go for it. If it's not like, oh my God, it's high wages, I think they should go for it. Get a Kimmich agreement in January, announce it now, and then Kimmich is a Liverpool player in the summer of 2025. That's what I would do. And Liverpool have a chance now. They have the Michael Edwards and Richard. I think they should go for him. I know that a lot of people are saying, no, we need younger. No, you don't. You have Gravenberch, you have McAllister, you have Szoboszlai, you have Curtis Jones, you have RB Elliott. You have a lot of young players. Just go and get an experienced signing to help that midfield develop, to be honest. Arsenal will not be... This is kind of weird. Arsenal will not be able to afford the British record fee for Alexander Isak this summer. Focus for now will be on outgoings This is sad. That's for Arsenal, to be honest. It's a sad
Damn.
ending to the project, to be honest. The sad ending to a project. About Chelsea, you mentioned something about a center back and a goalkeeper and a striker. About Jackson, though, I know you have a little bit of information about Jackson. Do you think Jackson can get to the top, or do you think that is his level?
No, I think he can. Jackson is a weird case. Do I think he can get to a better level? Yeah. Is he showing it right now? Not at the moment. Obviously, he's very inconsistent, but he can still get you the goals. Like, he's one of the more... him and Cole Palmer are basically, I wouldn't say carrying the Chelsea attack, but they are providing a lot of the goals. Do I think he can get to a higher level? Yes, but you have to remember, people, Jackson is a young player. He still needs to develop more and more. I can't remember what age. I'm not going to try and compare the players because Drogba was a much better player than Jackson, but I think Drogba came into Chelsea when he was 25, 26, if memory serves me right. So Jackson just needs more time on the field. Right now, he's going through a little bit of a bad patch. Let him get through the rut and let him overcome it. Now, is there better strikers than Jackson in this world? 100%. There's the Osimhen. There's the...
And I ask you a tricky question. Very tricky question for the people in the chat. A lot of Chelsea fans, let me put you the context first. A lot of Chelsea fans, because it's very related to what you say. A lot of Chelsea fans said we should put trust in Jackson. Is it better for Jackson keep getting game time, or is it better for him that Chelsea go and get a striker like an Osimhen so he can be the understudy and develop under him? Remember, Osimhen is 25 years old. He's not an old striker. Do you think which one is better for Jackson's development?
Oh, for Jackson's development, you have to play every game and feel no pressure. You have to just...
He had a lot of pressure, but that's the thing. If you say play all game, already Chelsea fans are turning on him.
But Mo, who's his competition? It's Mark Guehi, who's 18 years old. There's no competition for Jackson. There's no pressure. He's not playing in the Conference League. Guehi is getting all
Nkunku is.
Yeah, but the problem for Nkunku is...
Is that how you pronounce his name, Guehi?
I think it's Guehi. Yeah, I think it's Guehi, if I'm not... he's obviously from Barcelona, but I think it's Guehi or something like that. Guehi. Some people pronounce Guehi, but I'll say Guehi. I think for Jackson, he just needs... Like, Nkunku, he's had opportunities, but he hasn't taken the opportunities, and that's why now Nkunku most likely will leave Chelsea over this January transfer window or the summer transfer window. Let's see, but for Jackson's development, you just have to keep playing. Like, strikers are going to go through this phase. You're one of your favorite players all time, Mo. Ronaldo Nazario. Did he go through a bad spell sometimes at Inter? Yeah, I remember sometimes 5 games, 6 games in a row. He didn't score goals. I'm not comparing the people, okay? Just Ronaldo Nazario is the most talented player of all time. I'm just saying that these strikers, they go through a bad patch. But let's see how he bounces back. And this is really now, I think for Jackson, this is the season you have to prove you can be the future. If you cannot prove it this season, then Chelsea will go get a big-time striker next summer. This is the season
would they again? The problem is just January transfer window, Mike. It can be the make or break for a lot of clubs. Like for example, Hussam thinks that if Liverpool don't go and get signings, they risk losing the league. For example, falling off if they don't go get a center back or a DM. Arsenal fans saying that if we don't go and invest in January, basically we'll write the season over already because we're not winning the Champions League or the league. Chelsea now, if Nicholas Jackson keep going in this up and down form, he can miss on top 4 with how Newcastle are playing, with how Manchester are not sleeping. You said already, which is we're going to talk about, they already signed a center back. He said it's mostly done that because man of guy.
Almost, yeah.
And they already, by the way, an hour ago, it said that they already agreed the fee. They already agreed to pay the fee for Omar Marmoush. The Man City are not sleeping. So if Man City go in a form, Newcastle are playing like this, Chelsea don't sign a striker, Jackson is not doing goals, Palmer now is not Palmer FC Chelsea, Palmer FC thing. What is... Now they risk their season relying on Jackson.
But realistically, Mo, so the only striker they could go for is Marmoush. But obviously, Osimhen is at Galatasaray. He's on loan. They're not going to get him. Galatasaray are not going to let him go. Galatasaray have a very good season.
There's a release clause.
There is a release clause, but
Osimhen, if they can convince Osimhen, Mike, it's said in the release clause he can leave in January with that much money if the player wants to go. It's already agreed.
So I think the problem then for Chelsea is I think they have to offload some players, don't they? They have to offload the Dewsbury Holes,
Nkunku.
and Kunku. I think Casade has been linked to Serie A.
Yeah, but Cassidy is 10 million pounds.
10 million. Well, small change. You got to eventually the small change will get up to the change that you need to pay for Osimhen. So, but if they can get an Osimhen, that's a game changer for Chelsea this season. Osimhen would bench Jackson in a heartbeat. Jackson would just go on the Thursday nights and play against Noah's Ark and Jurgarden and all these teams.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Without a shot. Game one, Osimhen 90 minutes. Game one.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think Osimhen is a game changer for any team. I think he's a quality striker. Some people can say he's clumsy. What do you want your striker to do? Get the goals. Just like Haaland, get the goals. And we're seeing now strikers are becoming very valuable commodity once again in football. We went through this sort of phase of false nine, but now the strikers are re-emerging, and I think that's now immediately what Chelsea need. But I don't think they're going to sign a striker. Especially if they're going for Guehi.
Yeah, the Guehi. But I think you and me agree a little bit. Chelsea need an experienced center back before they sign a DM or a winger or a striker, right? Even before a goalkeeper. Some Chelsea fans are thinking they need a striker more than a center back. And I'm like, no, absolutely
they need a center back.
And Mark Guehi was the captain of the England national team, the young England national team that won the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, under 19 or under 17.
Yeah, I think.
Or the Euros, something like this. I am thinking that if they sign Mark Guehi, it might change their season completely, by the way. Completely change their season. Mark Guehi. I know that you say Osimhen is, but I believe that an experienced centre-back, number one, he doesn't only improve the partnership with Colwell, he improves the midfield in front of them. He improves Sanchez's decision-making, the right-back Malo Gusto, Kukurea as well. I'm not going to say he's going to be their Van Dijk, but he's going to be similar to Van Dijk because of what they have. They have nobody that is experienced in the back.
You really rate Guehi that highly?
No. I'm saying the difference. I'm not saying he's Van Dijk level. I'm saying that Mark Guehi is as experienced for them as Van Dijk was experienced for Liverpool back line. Remember, at that time, Liverpool had experience. They have zero experience in that back line. Zilch. That's why they are rash. They make mistakes. Mark Guehi is a leader. He's the captain of Crystal Palace. They need a leader. Hossein Adrebai is not providing that. Colwell is not providing that. Now, Fofana is out for the season. Bajashili has been awful for them lately. So I believe that Mark Guehi provides a stability in that back line. See, Guehi is nobody. Why people are saying Guehi is nobody? Why? He played very well in the England national team in the Euros. He was arguably the best defender for England and the most stable one. I think he provides a lot of stability for Chelsea, right? I believe he has experience enough to actually lead the back line. Who do Chelsea think they're going to get? I'm sorry. Can someone provide me names? And ask, do you think Jonathan Tah is better than Mark Guehi, for example?
Jonathan Tah is a liability waiting to happen. Any club that signed Jonathan Tah, you're asking for trouble. He is.
See, guys, listen to Mike because he watches Bundesliga. People go with like, oh, Leverkusen won the league, so Jonathan Tah must be amazing. Jonathan Tah is slow. He makes mistakes. He reads the game very well. And people say Araujo. Have some shame and decorum.
Nah, I love Araujo. I think Araujo's a beast of a center back, but the guy's injured for 5 months of the year. He basically would live at the NHS. Get him a hospital bed, he will be there. Amazing center back, but he cannot stay healthy. If you want to go for a better center back from Bayer Leverkusen, if you're Chelsea, go for Tapsoba. That's a better center back right there. He would immediately improve.
Is he experienced enough? Okay, you know what Chelsea need? Chelsea need experience. Chelsea need the leadership. And what I mean by experience is not someone with age. You know, there are. I'm gonna tell people don't like this when I say this. The Inter fans don't like this. You know, Bastoni, my center back. Bastoni is 26 years old. He has years under him. He won the league twice. But Bastoni is never a leader. He's not a leader at the back line. He's someone who's good at the left center back. So having a lot of miles underneath you, behind you, doesn't mean you're a leader. Some players are born leaders. Some players at the age of 20, I'm going to give you an example. You know, Kimmich, when he was young, leadership right away at Bayern Munich. Even without games. I believe that Mark Guehi is a leader. The way he organizes defenses, the way he steps up. That's what I mean. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a 28 years old. Sometimes players are just leaders at the young age. And that is what I mean by Mark Guehi.
I'll give one name for Chelsea fans. You guys can go do your research after this. Dani Vivian from Athletic Club. Right center back, experience, won the Euros with Spain, very elite on the ball, very good in transition defensively under Valverde. I think that's a center back that Chelsea could sign, and it won't even cost that much. I think he's, I want to say 25, 26 years old. He's not that old, so I think he would bring a good experience to Chelsea, and he's a quality center back that's underrated. I think Mo, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're bringing that Boca Junior center back who's 19 or 18 years old.
And Silmenio.
Yeah, they're bringing him in.
But that doesn't help the season, or else another young kid. Yeah, it doesn't help the season.
I know, but that's the thing. They're bringing that sort of name into their club in the January transfer window.
Yeah, but that doesn't help their season, to be honest. Dakai, thank you so much for super chat. Jackson, thank you for super chat. Keep them coming. People support the channel. Jackson is the starter striker coming on 2 years now. We are Chelsea. We cannot sit and develop for years. I like Jackson for the squad, but it's clear we need an Osimhen. I don't care how Osimhen is available. I don't know. I don't care. IDK is like, I don't know how Osimhen is available. He's available because he wanted to move to a bigger club. He didn't want to move to a Turkish league. It's very simple. How is he available? Because he has a release clause in January that you can pay the money and go. I think it's 68 million euros or something like this. It's something very cheap. And if I'm Chelsea, I'm going for Osimhen as well. But I would think that a center back is a must for Chelsea now, not Branthwaite. Yeah.
No, come on. Come on now. That's just English tax, and you're going to pay 70 million for him. And is he really worth it? No, he isn't.
Is he even a leader? The guy, and I'm going to say this, the same energy I had for Marmoush for Man City, he plays for the lowest position-based team in the Premier League. 45, the average 45% position. And you want to bring him to a team under Maresca. You want to bring him to a team under Maresca that plays on the front foot, that press high, so he can defend in spaces because you see some speed. Are you mad? Why do people do like, you go with the name? Not with the name, bro. You need a defender that is suited to position-based football. That will, and I get that. The thing about Guehi, why I say that, because under the new manager, I can't pronounce his name, the German guy, Hinsel, whatever his name, he's a very position-based guy. He likes to have the ball, to pass the ball from the back and do stuff like this. That's why I say Mark Guehi. That's why I say Mark Guehi. I think it suits him. For Arsenal and Mbuemo, we need to speak a little bit about Mbuemo. Do you think he suits Arsenal a little bit? Plays for Brentford, another non-position-based team, counter-attack, very talented. Of course, Cameroonian, international, one of the very, very good players for Cameroon. You think he suits Arsenal? Where would he play? Would he be the prolific striker they're looking for?
Mbuemo striker? No way. That guy plays on the right side, so would that make sense for Arsenal?
He plays in a two-striker formation, though. That is the same. Yeah, he plays in a two-striker. Him and Wesa.
But then
he played in a two-striker formation.
But last season he was playing with Ivan Toney as the striker, and he was playing on the right side. And I think that's where he would sort of fit more. But could he play on both sides? Yeah, I could see Mbuemo on the left side. But I really like Mbuemo. I think he's a quality player. What he's doing this season is unreal. Unreal what him and then Buisar. But I don't think it's going to leave in the January transfer window. I don't think Brentford are going to allow him to leave. You would have to pay 60, 70 million. Would he improve Arsenal forward line? Without a shadow of a doubt. If Arsenal really want to win this league title and they're serious, you would go get an Mbuemo and play him on the left side. And when Saka comes back from injury, you would play Mbuemo immediately on the right side until Saka comes back and then play Mbuemo on the left side. But I think it would be a good signing. I just don't think he's going to leave in the January transfer. It's going to be a summer.
It's a summer transfer. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say this. If Arsenal want to go in the summer, you don't go for Mbuemo. You go for someone bigger and better. You go for a Eucharist. You go for an Osimhen. You go, if Kvaratskhelia stays at Napoli, you go for a Kvaratskhelia. You don't go for, I rate Mbuemo and everything, but I would go for someone better, to be honest. That is me. Arsenal need to aim for the ready-made players now that are playing for big teams. Stop bringing a player. Mbuemo, would he back up for Saka? Would he start on the left side? Is he a left winger? He's not a left winger. He's
not really a left. He's really not the left winger.
He's a right winger. So why would Arsenal go for a backup to Saka? Because in the summer, he would cost 60 million. It's great depth. Takai, I agree with you, it's great depth. But you know what Arsenal need now? They need to fill the holes in the starting 11. I always have this for any team in the world. I always say this, Mike. Fill your holes in the starting 11 first before looking for depth. Arsenal have a massive hole, which is the striker. Arsenal have a massive hole in the starting 11 and the left wing. Fill these first before going for Mbuemo to be a backup for Saka. I think
100%.
how Arsenal and Arsenal should not be looking for opportunistic signing at the current moment. Fill your holes first. Fill the striker place first. Go for a Eucharist.
You know what I would say to Arsenal fans? If you're trying to fill that left wing position, because now with Kvara, if he goes to PSG, be opportunistic and go for Bradley Barcola. Go for him. Because
Barcola.
I really like Barcola, and he's had a little bit of a dispute with Luis Enrique recently. So maybe he could be leaving. Who knows? Because they have now three left wingers with Desiree Doué, Bradley Barcola, and if Kvara goes. So go for Barcola then, Arsenal. Is he better than Martinelli? I would say yeah. Go. He's better than Martinelli.
100% is better than Martinelli, bro.
Because Martinelli is just struggling at the moment. He has no confidence. So Arsenal, go get Barcola. He is somebody who can take a man one-on-one, can get you the goals, can cross. Now, still the striker position is going to be not solidified, but I think he would be a really good option for Arsenal. I think that would then bring a little bit more help to Saka, who's just dying out there, and obviously he's going to be out injured for a while. But yeah, I think Barcola would be good.
Saka's out for a bit. Saka's out for a while. Saka's absolutely out for a while. Saka's not coming back until they say like March or something like this. Arsenal need to save their season today, Mike. They need to save their season today.
Especially because the schedule is going to get really hectic soon.
Yeah.
With the Champions League.
After this FA Cup weekend, it is so hectic. After this, it's Champions League. Now the other thing is like the other part is Marcus Rashford. The last part. No, I'm gonna take 10 minutes of you. Marcus Rashford, linked to AC Milan, linked to PSG. There's a lot of clubs in him for him.
Dortmund, Juventus.
Where do you think Marcus Rashford would fit nowadays? And actually, before I go there, would Marcus Rashford work at Arsenal for you in the Premier League again? Try himself in the Premier League again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Rashford, but where would he fit? To be honest, what club is going to take those wages? What's his wages, Mo? Isn't it like 350 something?
350.
Do you really think Milan are going to pay for that? Do you think
Milan already informed them? It's official. They said we're only going to pay half the wages.
Yeah, they're not going to pay those sort of.
You have to pick up the rest of the wages.
I really don't see where Rashford is going to work. Okay, if he goes to Milan, he's not a starter. He's going to be on the bench. Okay, maybe if they play him in the striker role, ahead of, obviously, Alvaro Morata is garbage, and Tammy Abraham is doing pretty decently for Milan. Yeah, he could maybe start in the striker role. He's not starting ahead of Leao. Okay, you go to Juventus. You have Yildiz who's developing. Why would you stop his development? Yildiz is a fantastic player. Okay, you bring in Rashford for cover, maybe for Vlahovic at the striker role, because Vlahovic, I think, is really struggling this season.
But he's not a striker. The problem with Marcus Rashford, it wouldn't fit in the Italian league as a striker at all.
So then the problem is, you know where he's going to go, Mo? He's going to Napoli.
To play for Kvaratskhelia.
Yes.
Antonio Conte would revive his career without a shadow of a doubt.
I think he's going. I really think he's going to Napoli.
People don't understand how much I rate Antonio Conte. It's fucking mad. Like I love the guy, to be honest.
I think because PSG, if they get Kvara, they're not going for Rashford. Dortmund, they're not going to do that. There's no way. They got Bino Gittins. So I think it's going to be Napoli. When they get rid of Kvara, then they're going to go to Manchester United and say, hey, we'll take him for a loan, and then we'll maybe have a buy option at the end of the season. I think that would be the best part. I don't see him going to another Premier League club. I don't really see him going to Arsenal or Chelsea. So want to go.
What if he doesn't go? Do you think he can revive his career at all at Man United under Amarim?
No, it's done.
No,
it's done.
Story?
It's like a Kardashian relationship. It's not going to work out anymore. Just leave while you can.
Really?
Yes.
But no one is going to pick up his wages. That's what I have this feeling that at the end he will stay at Man United, and because no one is going to pick up the wages until Man United compromise, like Alexis Sanchez. Remember Alexis Sanchez?
But Mo, he said a month ago that he wants to leave. It's basically done. And I think Amorim is...
He has to lower his wages.
Well, then he has to have some pride for himself and actually think to himself, do I want to be a professional footballer? Otherwise, he could go down the same route as a Jesse Lingard and go to Saudi Arabia or something like that. He could go down that road. Let's not be crazy. Or he'd go to like a Besiktas or something like that. Because Marcus Rashford is done at Manchester United. Amorim is the guy. if Amorim said he's not going to take football serious or he's going out in nightclubs and he's not a part of the project, then move on. There's no point. Rashford has been with many different managers in Manchester United, and it's now a failed relationship. Go to Napoli, revive your career, go under a manager like Conte who can really just get everything out of the talented player. He's a very talented player, but I just think he needs to suck up his own pride and say, all right, let's go for a new journey and take a little bit lower wages. I just don't think he's going to go to Milan or Juventus. I think it's Napoli or it's Turkey, something like that.
Can I ask one last question before we end the show? Do you think Rafael Leao is going to leave AC Milan this summer?
No.
You think Rafael Leao is committed to AC Milan?
Yes. And how much do you think Milan are going to ask for?
About 100 mil euros at least.
130 million at least. There is no way they're going to allow Leao to go for 100 million, 80 million.
Unless he pushes for a move. Unless he pushes for a move.
I think if they don't get Champions League football, then
he has to move. Yeah. And I don't think Milan are that
he's too
strong.
committed he's too committed to Milan. I think he's too valuable as a piece.
All right. Guys, one more like to 200. I want to thank Mike. I don't want to keep him for long. Mike has to go, guys. I want to hear what you guys think in the chat. Let me know in the chat. One more like to 200. I know, Mike, you have to go. I'm going to continue for 5-10 minutes about a couple of opinions, a couple of questions in the chat. Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate you being. Guys,
thank you, Mo.
Mike channel is in the description. So go and support Mike. Subscribe to Mike. Provides a lot of great content there. Not only Premier League related, but everything else. So hit that like button, people. Let's get to 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm almost that close to the target. So 10 subscribers away. And we're 7 now. So hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you.
Hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a good night, guys. See you.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. And guys, I'm just going to stay here for 5 minutes. Having some questions. If you guys want to ask any questions about the transfers, we spoke Marmoush, we spoke Kvaratskhelia, we spoke everything. I'm just going to have a couple of questions from you guys before we go. If you guys want to have any questions, let me know before we send you to Husam's stream where he's talking Liverpool. Mike was great. Fantastic content as usual from Mike. You guys know, great knowledge, fantastic knowledge. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. Support the channel and let me know why you guys why would Rashford take a pay cut? Because he wants to play football. Because he wants to play football. It's very simple. Do you really know the value of a footballer? Says who? That guy says who? Mo, can you have Mike more? I'm going to try to have Mike more on the channel. Absolutely. Do you think Arsenal need an attacking midfielder? Not at the current moment. You need a striker in this window. Stop making sense. Arsenal need a striker in this window to be able to absolutely get something out of this season if they want to have a successful season. Why are Arsenal frauds? They're not frauds. They committed. Salah is busy, so he couldn't join. Salah is busy. Jacobs is saying, Mo, who would be better for Arsenal? Kvara or Leao? Kvaratskhelia, in my opinion, works harder. He works harder, so I think he is going to be better for Arsenal because of the work ethics. Kvara works better. Mo, only really know you via Football Terrace, to be honest, but stumbled across you and enjoyed your show. All the best with Grown Channel. Thank you so much, Alex, for the support. Appreciate you so much. Do you think Marmoush might be KDB replacement? Wallahi, this is very good question and very good. I think he might be the guy behind Haaland. But didn't Man City go through that route before with Julian Alvarez playing behind Haaland? Did it work? Did it not work? I don't know. But it can be, he can be the guy for the forward. He can be the guy for the forward. Is Marmoush better than Ramadan Sobhi? Miles better. Miles better. Miles better. Miles better than Ramadan Sobhi. Stop making sense. Does Leao fit into Arsenal? He is pretty wild as your name. Leao is an up and down. He's a very moody player. is a very, very moody player. You get my point. Liao is a very moody player. Does Arsenal need a moody player or a very consistent? Liao can have games where he completely phases out of the game. Can Arteta bring the best of him? I don't know. Marmoush is more creative, but Marmoush is a more of goal scorer. He's also a goal scorer. I think he's a better player than Julian Alvarez, in my opinion. Forgot United because Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia is not even linked to Man United. Why would he go to Man United? Your club has Marcus Rashford at the current moment, Cam. So no. Ramadan Subhi is not. People that don't know Ramadan Subhi, to be honest, is done. Liao is like a box of chocolate. Never know what you're gonna get. 100. You're absolutely spot on. Spot on. Kvaratskhelia is linked to Man United. Hold on. Let me Google this shit. Kvaratskhelia. Let's go to Man United. Is he linked to Man United? Kvaratskhelia to Man United. No. I got a little bit better, but you can tell from my voice that I'm a little bit ill, Lucho. I'm still ill. I'm still on medicine. Every single the 3 antibiotics, painkillers, and anti-congestions, and that has been my day. Really? That is good. We'll see how it goes. But Liverpool pushing for January transfer window. We'll see. Who suits Amorim system in the left 8 other than Cunha? Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes fits the Amorim system in the left. Bruno Fernandes fits the Amorim system. Bruno Fernandes fits the Amorim system. Yes, United don't have any money. Zubi, where are you? The transfer is dead. Eze suits that very, very well. That guy. You're always spot on, my man, in these things. Eze can fit that left 10. But it's kind of, I like Eze. I think but he fits Man United on that left 10. I think he would suit them very, very well, in my opinion. I think he would suit them very, very well. I don't rate Bruno highly, but I think that Bruno is someone that if he's kept in check, yes, Yusuf. Tomori, no, I disagree with you. Guehi suits Chelsea more than Tomori, in my opinion. Tomori is not as much of a leader as Mark Guehi, in my opinion. I think Guehi suits Chelsea more, in my opinion. He suits Chelsea more as well. So that is the talk. Mo, how many goals are Arsenal conceding this Sunday to Man United? Arsenal are going to concede 1 goal, but Arsenal are going to win 2-1 against Man United. Arsenal are going to win 2-1. That is my prediction for this Sunday. It's at the Emirates. Arsenal are going to win 2-1. Or I can see a draw and it's going to go to a penalties or something. Does it go to penalties or does it go to extra time? Let me know, guys, in the chat. And if you're new, let's share the stream. I want to get to... We can absolutely get to 28,900 subscribers while we're here. Why is no one going? I don't know. SE, why no one is going to Osimhen? Why is no one going on Osimhen? Guys, if you're new here, subscribe. He is actually, I don't believe we got a shot, but this, I don't think he's linked to Man United. I don't think Man United have a shot in Kvaratskhelia. I don't think Man United have a shot in Kvaratskhelia, to be honest with you. I don't think so. Mo, I really feel like Chelsea are going to end up with Delap in the summer rather than Osimhen. If they end up with Delap, it's another development scheme. Another guy that needs to develop. Bro, I don't know. Delap, I love Delap, but I think Chelsea are in now. They need to get the more experienced guys. Osimhen's more experienced players. Not Morgan Gibbs-White would fit in the left 8, yes. In the left 10, I'm sorry for Man United, absolutely. On the Amorim system, behind the striker, I think he would suit that very, very well, Jacobs. You're absolutely right. Arsenal should sign Delap for crosses. Maybe they should. Mo, I am no Liverpool fan, but Mike is a great guest to have on. He knows more ball than most. He's fantastic. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's very knowledgeable about everyone else. He's very knowledgeable about all the players that are there. Is Hassan live yet? He told me he needs 5 minutes. Is he live yet? I guarantee you more. We'll sign no one this summer. Born ownership or embarrassment. If you don't sign anyone in January, I think you're in for shit. So you need to sign people in January. You need to sign people in January, to be honest. Arsenal need Mo Kimmich will fit Liverpool like a glove, 100%. For DM and right back, Kvara replace Salah in the summer. Virgil van Dijk will be the only contract signed, and I'm a Liverpool fan. No. I think Salah will sign a new contract, my man. I absolutely think Salah will sign a new contract, my friend. I think Salah will sign a new contract, my friend. 100%. I think so. I think Salah will sign a new contract. Hussam, can you start, my man? I predicted 1-1 and penalties. I think that's a good prediction, Cam. I think that's a very, very good prediction. 1-1 is not bad. I think it's good. We're very healthy PSR-wise and a lot of money to spend. I don't know why Arsenal are not signing. Is Kvara? No, Kvara the left winger. I think Kvara will replace Nunes for now. If Liverpool sign Kvara now, they might try to offload Nunes this winter, in this January transfer window. I think so. I absolutely think so. 100%. 100%. Any more questions, people? Any more questions that you guys want to ask regarding the Premier League or anybody else? Any more questions? Kvara right now and Cisco or Osimhen in the summer. For Arsenal, Broski, you have to send the season. You have to save your season now. Forget the summer. Arsenal, I'm telling you, Arsenal, forget the summer. Just sign people today, bro. Mo February 3rd, Battle of the Bridge. Graham Potter returns to London. Maresca, better school him. He has to. He has to. West Ham. Arsenal never going to win the Premier League with Arteta, even if they say. I think they might have a chance. Which team will Nkunku end up? You rate him? I rate Nkunku a lot, but I think Liverpool. I think he should go to PSG. He should leave England. He would suit Liverpool, but I don't think Liverpool are in for him. To be honest, I don't think Liverpool are in for the guy. To be honest with you, I don't think Liverpool are in for the guy. To be honest with you, I think Liverpool are not in for him, in my opinion. So people talking about Nico Williams is injury prone. We'll see. Castro, Arsenal ain't signing no one. We are screwed. We'll see, Castro. We'll see. But you need to sign people. You absolutely need to sign people. Arsenal need to, especially with Saka being out. Especially. Why don't Arsenal go for both Kvaratskhelia and Mbuemo this January? Arsenal don't do that in January. Arsenal don't do these signings in January, my man. Arsenal don't do these signings in January. Matt, do you find it odd that a lot of City fans are most focused on our attack issues instead of the glaring, awful defensive problems? We have 29 goals, 15, conceded 15. I think Man City should target Man City should definitely target a midfielder without a shadow of a doubt. They should target a midfielder without a shadow of a doubt, not a striker and not anyone else. Guys, hit that like button. 5 subscribers away from the target that we have. 5 subscribers away. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm going to take you now to Hussam. Thank you so much. I don't think Arsenal will make any signings. They aren't linked to anyone. Let's go and see what Hussam is about to say about Liverpool. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for everyone that watched us. That was a magnificent and fantastic stream. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys soon. Thank you, Dakai. Thank you, everybody supported the channel. Luke Skywalker, Mina, of course, and Elias. Appreciate you guys for the support. I'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.